Hi guys, Melissa Johnson Haight, independent Scentsy consultant, back with you again today for Melter's Mixers. I've gotten through a whole bunch more from you guys, so let's get into it. Trying to have some that match. Okay, so the first one that I went through that we'll talk about is a mix from Pamela Petroni. And she recommended putting together cookies for Santa with graham cracker crunch. And I love graham cracker crunch. It's one of my all-time favorite Scentsy bars. I cannot get enough of this all by itself as a mixer. It makes everything better. It's like I get graham crackers and marshmallow. A lot of people will get the peanut butter note. I mean, I can kind of see the nutty, like a crunchy peanut butter. I smell it more on cold. I don't really smell it so much on warm. My nose. I just get mostly graham cracker and marshmallow, ooey gooey marshmallow, and it was very nice with cookies for Santa. So I have 2 cubes left in this one. I think I still have one more. This might be my last one. I'm not sure. Can't remember. But I don't love cookies for Santa anymore. I used to love this. This was in my club. But the longer it sits, it kind of gets like a butter. And it's strong. Like a very strong buttery note. So it's almost like, it used to be like shortbread cookies and I loved it. But it just, the butter's coming out more and more the longer it goes. So I definitely took it out of my club and trying to get through what I can with it. But this was a lovely mix. I did enjoy it. So if you have cookies for Santa, do try it with graham cracker crunch. This is current bar until January 31st. So that's a good mix. And if you too need to get through cookies for Santa, it's a very good way to do that. And then I also did a mix. I was watching Linda H here on YouTube, her channel, and she had recommended putting together oats and honey and cherry almond pie. So I happened to get a cherry almond pie from my daughter. She has this in her club, so I did 4 cubes of cherry almond pie and oats and honey. This was a nice medium performer. Now, cherry almond pie, I don't get the cherry like a lot of people do. Oh, a little bit on cold here now. That's interesting. I tend to get a lot of the almond extract. Oh, and oats and honey is just amazing. It's like oats in a crock pot with like honey and brown sugar and yumminess. And it's a nice strong bar. This was a nice medium performer, medium to strong, probably a 7 out of 10. This was a lovely mix. I really enjoyed this. But I got like the golden oats and honey vibes from the oats and honey, and then the almond extract. But it's funny because this is the first time I've smelled it and been like, wait, I smell a cherry. That's very interesting, you guys. I always get the almond extract. That's so weird that I get the cherry now. I may have another bar of this. I can't quite remember if I think this is my only one, is the one for my daughter. I can't remember if it came in a bundle recently, like a flash sale bundle or a warmer bundle, but this was a lovely mix. If you happen to have these, I really thoroughly enjoyed that. So thank you, Linda H, for that one too, because I love that. And then, ooh, this is day 2, and this is still going, and it's nice, and it's lovely, and it's so refreshing. It's starting to warm up outside a little bit. It's like the high 40s today. This is another mix from Pamela Petroni. She supplies me with lots of great mixes, and ideas. So she had a mix for Icy Bells, and it was using Silver Bells and NHL Fresh Ice. I believe these are both still, this is current until the end of January. Pretty sure this is still available to purchase. Highly recommend this, you guys. It's it's probably 8 out of 10 strength. It's pretty strong, like medium to strong, more leaning strong. But it's so good and it's so refreshing. Dale's like, whatever this is, I like this. I mean, this is like a strong peppermint with the sandalwood. Oh, it's so pretty. It's leans slightly masculine with the sandalwood note in this one. And it's very, very refreshing, like a York peppermint patty, refreshing peppermint. And then Silver Bells, I get like a warm vanilla sugar and candy canes. I love Silver Bells. So, seriously, club this. These are fun together, but club this. I worry about this one a lot. And it mixes beautifully with NHL Fresh Ice if you love it. Pair them together, and it's nice and strong. I did 1 cube to 1 cube in all the warmers. None of these were alternating yet, so they were all great mixes so far. And then I also had, I think I need to grab my other bar is over there. That's why I don't have it here. Well, hang in there with me. So I did this lovely mix. This was so nice. This is from Scented Dragonfly with Michelle Howard. She recommended putting together, in the same warmer, 2 cubes of Angel Experiment 624, which is a nice, almost like creamy strawberry. It's so pretty. It's just like a lovely creamy strawberry with 1 cube of Pink Haze. This is like cotton candy, yummy. And 1 cube of pink, or I don't want to call it pink sugar because it's just like Aquafina pink sugar. Yeah, 1 cube of sugar, 1 cube of Pink Haze, and 2 cubes of Angel Experiment 624. And I did that in this room. So 3 cubes in 4 warmers. And I only have left 1 cube of sugar, which I'm probably going to pop in my kitchen just to get rid of the clam. This was lovely. It was so pretty and so like refreshing. It was a nice like strawberry, cotton candy, creamy, just light and sugary mix. If you love those girly scents, those like perfumey, girly, body care kind of scents, you will totally love this if you happen to have these. I have these 2 in my club. I took this out because eventually I get tired of bars sometimes. So I only have 1 left of this one. I think 1 left. But that's such a pretty mix, and it's so like strawberry, marshmallowy, like cotton candy goodness. It's lovely. That would make a beautiful body cream. That would make a beautiful perfume. Totally recommend that one. Love that, Michelle. So thank you, Scented Dragonfly with Michelle Howard. It was probably medium to light, so probably 4 out of 5. Yeah, but it was so good. Maybe a 5. Maybe a solid medium, but it was so good because there's 3 cubes and 4 warmers, so I love that. And then the other cubes of sugar. I did another mix by Pamela Petroni. She suggested putting together almond croissant and sugar. So I did 4 cubes of almond croissant and 4 cubes. Yeah, because I only did, and 4 cubes of sugar. And that was lovely. I don't love almond croissant all by itself because I get Captain Crunch cereal. I took it out of my club because I'm like, I'm never gonna melt this on its own, and I need space, so I'm kind of over personally almond croissant, but I do love it mixed with sugar. So if you happen to have these, if you've clubbed almond croissant or happen to have a stock of them, try it with sugar if you happen to have it. That was lovely. It was like bakery, so you get like the sugar note. It was kind of like a sugar topped almond croissant. Loved it. Almond croissant. and it's lovely French pronunciation. So, and I love the packaging on that though. So cute. So yeah, try mixing sugar and almond croissant. It was lovely. Enjoyed that. And then Pamela, I did quite a few of yours. Not intentionally, I was just grabbing bars and papers that I had and bars that matched up with the papers. So Pamela had another suggestion. Thank you, Pamela. You keep me going and I appreciate that. So she suggested putting together Halloween Town. I struggle with empty claims. Halloween Town with rainbow sherbet. I think this was one of my favorites this week. I loved this, and this was strong. This was probably maybe 7 out of 10. So medium to strong. This was so good, and this is a lovely mix. If you have Halloween Town and you don't love Halloween Town, try mixing rainbow sherbet, which comes out March 1st in the new catalog with Halloween Town. So good. I loved how this was. So this was, I mean, okay. Ooh, and this is one of those thin clams. So for me, rainbow sherbet is very authentic. It's just like you're eating rainbow sherbet. It's very authentic. Like, makes my mouth water sometimes authentic. And then it brings out like the deep plum notes that are in Halloween Town. Like, I get like a deep, deep plum, like a dark, deep plum. And almost like other things, like dark things. Like, this one doesn't feel as patchouli as Ghostly Greetings does. This is a little more creamy, but it has like depth, like in a darkness and a heaviness. But this brightened it right up, and they played so beautifully together. Like the bright refreshingness, the zing, I guess, of rainbow sherbet was beautiful with the dark depth of Halloween Town. I loved it. And then you had like the raspberry notes in this that were beautiful with the plum notes in this. It was lovely. It was fantastic. I highly recommend it. It was a solid performer. Like I said, like probably 7 out of 10. Do try it. Even if you love Halloween Town, try it. But if you don't love Halloween Town, I think you'll really enjoy it, because I thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you, Pamela. And then, I was doing like one room and the other room, so I did this other mix at the same time. And when I was doing almond croissant and sugar, I was also doing the sugar and the angel. So I was doing complementary, so that if they blend, they would blend together if they met in the middle. And they did. They worked so nice. So the next one was from Brittany Hahn, and she recommended putting together Berry Bright and rainbow sherbet. So I did 4 cubes of Berry Bright, 4 cubes of rainbow sherbet. This was strong. This is probably at least an 8 out of 10, possibly a 9 out of 10 strength, and they're so similar. You got a lot of the rainbow sherbet, but it amped up the feeling of Berry Bright. So it was kind of like you're eating rainbow sherbet and the person next to you is has like a blue raspberry slush puppy, and you guys are like, you know, enjoying your treats at the same time. That's what this was like, and I loved it. It was so refreshing. Loved it so much. So thank you, Brittany Hahn, for that one. That was delightful. And I love mixing like the dark and the bakery, and then sprucing it up with the fruit, the fruity ones. So that was so much fun. So this was a surprisingly wonderful mix, you guys. And if you happen to have this bar, I highly recommend it. To the point that even though I did take this out of my club because I needed room, I did consider keeping this one in my club. And if you can bear 2 hours, an hour and 50 minutes with me, you can go watch my club edit and how I edited it. But K. Marie Plans suggested French toast and Jack's Obsession. I love this enough that I thought about keeping French toast in my club. You guys, the packaging, I just can't with that. How cute is that? I literally thought about keeping this because you got like the maple eggy, I mean, this is pretty authentic. You know, you even get like with the maple and the egg and batter, you almost get like the cinnamon sprinkled in with the batter and everything. It's lovely, except that I did get some of the burned notes, and it did get kind of waxy on its own. But this mix was so good. I didn't get any of the burning wires when I did when I did this on its own. So I didn't get any of that, and I just got the maple and the cinnamon and the egg batter with Jack's Obsession, which is like a green, it's like a apple cinnamon. So the cinnamon played well with each other. And the apple in this is very sweet, almost like a pear and apple pie filling almost. It's definitely a green Granny Smith apple, but to me it comes off almost like honey pear cider-ish. It's about as close as I can get. And I think that's why I took honey pear cider out of my club, because Jack's Obsession also gives me honey pear cider vibes with some cinnamon. It's so good. I love this. I absolutely love this. Thank you, K. Marie Plans, because I almost kept this just because of this mix. It was that good. So if you have French toast, don't know what to do with it, mix it with Jack's Obsession if you have it. If not, write that down. If you have this in your club, write this down, because it's worth trying someday. Loved it so much. So much. I mean, it was literally like an apple cinnamon stuffed French toast. It was so good. K. Marie Plans, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy that I tried that and experienced that before I took French toast out of my club. It was worth it. It was a good, like 7 out of 10. It was a nice, strong performing, wonderful mix, and I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it so much. And then I did a mix. So I've had a couple people mention this mix. Angela Spears mentioned this mix, and Justine's Aroma Coma mentioned this mix. And I have quite a few bars of Jack's Obsession. So I did that with apple butter frosting. I got this bar of apple butter frosting from my daughter. She had this in her club. I can't remember if she still does or not. This was lovely. So apple butter frosting, I don't love this on its own. I get like that same waxy note that I don't love in French toast all by itself, or trying to think of another one that does that for me. I can't think offhand, but apple butter frosting does that for me on its own. So I'm like, and I don't have enough mixes that I love to have kept this, so I kicked it out of my club, and my daughter has it, so I grabbed a bar from her. It's lovely with Jack's Obsession. Like I said, Jack's Obsession is like that honey pear cider with cinnamon, and it's so good. They're so good together because it amps up the apple, and the frosting brings out like the cinnamon that's in Jack's Obsession, and it's just gorgeous together. It's very much like apple pie filling and it's like a honey, it's like the sugary kind of apple pie filling like you would have in a hand pie. It's very much that kind of apple pie filling, not a freshly made apple pie filling, more of the store-bought sweetened, very sugary apple pie filling with the apple butter frosting. So like apple butter and a frosting note. So it's a lot like an apple hand pie with that sugar coating on top. I don't know if they come in the grocery store here in Walmart and they're hand pie. They're pre-made. They have all kinds of preservatives and stuff in them. They're not very good for you, but they're tasty. So it's like those, and it's got that very sugary glaze on it. That's what this reminded me of so much, and I really enjoyed it. So thank you, Angela Spears. Thank you, Justine's Aroma Coma. This was a lot of fun. So if you have these, try this. Look how yellow that clam is getting from this. But it was fantastic together, and it was a nice 6 or 7 out of 10. It was lovely. So I highly recommend that. I also made it through, it bothers me that I'm missing the bars. And I think they're over here, so 1 second. There. Sorry, I missed a set that go with these. So I did another mix by Jen Kerwin, and this, she suggested putting together watermelon mint with pineapple mint. Now my daughter had both of these in her club. I don't know if she still does. I happened to get one of these, this from her and one of these from her, and then I ended up getting one in a recent bundle. But watermelon mint is beautiful, and I kind of wish I still had it. It's like candied watermelon with like out of your garden fresh mint, like muddled mint, macerated mint. Like if you put it in a pedestal and you macerated it, that's what watermelon mint reminds me of. Oh, it's so good. I do love this. It's super refreshing. I had it in my club for a long time. And then pineapple mint, which I do love. It's definitely, before you macerate it, like you just pick the mint out of your garden. Like it's got that little bit of green herb. Like if you've ever smelled fresh mint from a garden or from the grocery store. Like the fresh, almost a slightly green note. I don't know how to describe that, except like, you know how tomato vine has a green note? That's the green note of mint from a garden. So you get the mint and you also get like that green stem type note. But it's so good. And then the pineapple isn't obnoxious in this one. It's almost like, I love water, when like a pitcher of water, when you put like slices of pineapple in it and fresh mint, garden mint or grocery store mint, and you put that in water and you let it sit, and the water absorbs all the flavors from the fresh pineapple and the fresh mint. Love that. So that's what this is like. And when you put these together, it is so refreshing. Is that my phone making that noise? I don't know if my phone is listening to me. I don't know what's going on. So sorry if you hear that. Maybe I just hear it. So I'll just keep talking. But yes, this is delightful and it's so refreshing. The pineapple is just sweet and refreshing. It's not obnoxious with that almost candied watermelon. Like that fresh from your garden mint. I love this so much. So thank you, Jen Kerwin, for this mix, because I needed that. It was delightful. It was so refreshing. And when you do a ton of bakery or you do a ton of spices or dark kind of scents, it's so wonderful to do something super refreshing like this. It did make me wish I still had these in my club. If my daughter has them, I may have to get more from her, because that was really yummy and refreshing. And it was a good 5 or 6 out of 10 strength and throw. So I love that so much. If you happen to have them or come across them, I always like to write these down just in case I come across these bars. And thanks to Scentsy doing these clearance bundles, flash sale bundles, warmer bundles recently with retired bars, that gives me an opportunity to come back to these mixes for you guys. And I love doing it so much. I love experiencing them. Yeah, so write them down, because you never know when you might come across them again. So I did another mix. I told you I've been mixing like crazy. And it's nice because if you do 4 cubes here, you know, in that warmer, 4 cubes, you know what I mean. 4 cubes in the dining room. It was a long day at work. And 4 cubes in the living room. That gives you a chance to do 2 mixes, so it was so much fun. And then I also did this from Jennifer Morissette. She recommended putting together, actually I've not done this one yet. What am I doing? Where is my empty bar of this? Hang on a second. Okay. This is the one I'm like, wait a minute. I don't remember Penny Colada Cha-Cha. Hang in there with me. It's this one. So she recommended that one, so we'll do that another time. Because I haven't done that one yet. I put it together with my whole bar. I'm like, wait, that's a whole bar. Okay, sorry. Melissa Flores. You guys, there's my other bar of cookies for Santa. And, okay. I didn't need it because I still had to. Okay. So she recommended putting together, Melissa Flores recommended putting together Bonfire Beach and Cookies for Santa. Cookies for Santa is strong. And I told you how I feel about this one. It's so strong. It's very much like a shortbread cookie, but the butter part of a shortbread cookie, like a butter cookie, has a lot of butter in it. The butter, the longer these bars sit, tend to come out. And Bonfire Beach is kind of a lighter, lovely scent. Marshmallowy, just gorgeous. I love Bonfire Beach more than anything. So, I wish that I had done, if I were to do this again, I would probably do 2 cubes of Bonfire Beach with 1 cube of Cookies for Santa, because I personally felt like Bonfire Beach, although it tried to hold its own, it got a little overtaken by the Cookies for Santa. So if I were to do this again, I would do 2 cubes of Bonfire Beach with 1 cube of Cookies for Santa, and I think this would be lovely. This is like a toasty marshmallowy note, but I also get like a woodsy, sexy man with that like marshmallowy yumminess. I loved what this did with Cookies for Santa, what it was trying to do. So that almost shortbread cookie, it was trying to give it like this lovely marshmallowy vibe. I did love what it was trying to do. I just felt like Cookies for Santa was a little too strong, and maybe because I had these bars for so long and they're not like fresh pours, they're older, so the butter note comes out a little bit more. But Bonfire Beach did make this more tolerable and lovely. It was definitely trying to give it marshmallowy yumminess. I just love everything about Bonfire Beach. It's coming back March 1st. So if you do try this mix, double up on Bonfire Beach, and I think you'll really love it with Cookies for Santa. Guys, I still have to get, I need more Bonfire Beach. Maybe after I do that other mix, this mix that I need to work on still, maybe I'll have a cube left to try and double up on these and see. Pretty sure that's going to be the Magnificent mix. Just because it was trying really hard, Bonfire Beach was trying really hard to keep up with Cookies for Santa, because Cookies for Santa just doesn't play well with others very often. But yes, thank you, Melissa Flores. I just personally will double up on Bonfire Beach because it was trying to give it marshmallowy yummy vibes. And then I did a mix by Violet Lucille. Violet had recommended putting in alternating warmers. Yeah, toasted marshmallow and Bonfire Beach. So I did this one This one I did in the living room, and this was beautiful. And they don't overpower each other. They're kind of like the same strength. Well, plus alternating. You could definitely get whiffs of them. So I did Bonfire Beach Toasted Marshmallow, Bonfire Beach Toasted Marshmallow, and this was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. I do love these together. Toasted Marshmallow definitely brings out the marshmallow vibes in Bonfire Beach, but you still get like the sexy guy in here. I do love these together. It was just comforting and cozy, and it was like a nice 5 out of 10 medium performer. This was beautiful together. I'm sure lots of people have recommended this before. I just happened to write down Violet Lucille recommending it, and I love it. So thank you, Violet, for recommending that. I would totally melt that again and again and again because it was lovely. So thank you for that. And I also did a mix with Around the Campfire. This was from, Lisa Newell. Newell. I'm gonna say that's your last name. Lisa Newell. Lisa had recommended putting together Around the Campfire and Toasted Marshmallow. So, Toasted Marshmallow and Around the Campfire. I love everything about Around the Campfire. It's so good. It's so good. I realize this is niche to people, but I'm not even joking. It's so good. It's like perfumey campfire. It's not like Palo Santo, although that's a sweeter wood. Palo Santo can be more fire embers, whereas this is so sweet with the smoky. It's not as obnoxious as you think it would be. I love it. I would wear it as a perfume. I love it that much. It's super cozy. And then when you mix it with toasted marshmallow, it's like you have this lovely smoky perfume. Like you have this lovely perfume on. It's sweet and it's woody, and yet you're roasting s'mores on a campfire. I don't always love toasted marshmallow on its own, but I do love it mixed, and I did enjoy this a lot. So definitely give it a try. Lisa Newell, that was lovely. This was probably a solid 5 performer. These are just beautiful together. Believe it or not, this is not overwhelming or strong, so it didn't overpower toasted marshmallow, and it was just the perfect mix of the two, and it was comforting and it was lovely, and I loved everything about it. And then this mix was from Melinda Riston, and it was my other Around the Campfire with Bonfire Beach. So again, you know how I feel about Bonfire Beach. It's like sexy guy, marshmallowy. And then Around the Campfire is just beautiful perfume. These are just so nice together. It's almost, you would think this would be the more manly one, but to me it's almost kind of like a girl and a guy on the beach, and they have a campfire and they smell lovely together, and they just a perfect match on the beach. And this is very like yummy beachy vibes, but it's so cozy. I think this is so cozy, and this is obviously lovely. It was a cozy vibe, just like Around the Campfire and Bonfire Beach from Melinda, Around the Campfire, Bonfire Beach, and then Lisa Newell with Toasted Marshmallow, Around the Campfire. And I did these one room and then one room, so they just kind of melded together, and it was so good. So good. So good. So I totally have Around the Campfire in my club because I love it that much, you guys. I love it on its own. I love it as a mixer. And these are beautiful with Toasted Marshmallow and Bonfire Beach. So I can't recommend that enough. I think you guys will really love it. So definitely check that out, try that. You're gonna absolutely love it. So I didn't dislike any of them. If anything, I just, instead of too much cookies for Santa, I wish I'd have upped the Bonfire Beach, but I'm actually gonna try that when I get some extra. I have cookies for Santa, I just need some extra Bonfire Beach. So thanks so much, you guys. That was so much fun, and I have like another stack over there to try. I have to add this to it. But yeah, I need to do a video probably tomorrow. I'm thinking of doing a video of my stash just so you can see. Again, I still think people think I have more than I have when I say I have 100 bars coming when my 2 clubs come at the same time. And all the flash sale, what did I get? Like 56 bars in the flash sale. And I don't know, it just seems like I have a lot, but I get through a lot. So last month too, I wrote this down because I was trying to do what Ashley was saying and just try to track, like, am I going through as much wax as I'm bringing in? So where did I write that down? So I brought in 42 bars in my Scentsy club, and I brought in 56 bars in the flash sale, but that didn't come until February, so that doesn't count. So just my Scentsy club, and I had this written down better, but I had that I brought in, not including, well, I have that I used 51 bars last month and 2 bricks. So you could add, what is 2 bricks, like, I don't know if that technically counts, if it's like 5.5 bars, so what is that, 10, 11 bars I could add to the 51 bars that I used. And I got the banana leaf and bamboo bar in the whiff box. My 42 bars in my Scentsy club. It was December. Is that December when I got my, bring back my bars? So I think it was the end of December. So I literally got in 51 bars, if you consider bamboo, banana leaf and bamboo, 43 bars, and I used 51. So I'm doing pretty good. I don't know, so far, but I'm trying to track because I feel like when you see my wax stash, you'll see what I mean. I've had to kick out some bricks to make room for the bars. And if I take out my 2 drawers of vendor wax, then I feel like those bars will all fit. Plus, I go through all of these melters mixers. I have one drawer that's just partial bars, which drives me insane. It drives me insane. So I try to find ways to use up my partial bars too. And I'll have some more that are not gonna fit in that drawer. But it, like, very bright, I hate to completely use it, and then you guys say, oh hey, I have a mix for you, and I'm like, I don't have any more berry bright. I have to wait and write it down and wait. But yeah, I kind of want to show you that because I don't feel like it's that much. Maybe for a novice person who's just starting Scentsy, doesn't, you know, change their wax all the time, maybe that's too much. For like my friends that don't go crazy over it like me. But for me, with melters mixers and a YouTube channel, I don't feel like it's too much. I don't know, but I am considering getting another tote so that I would have room again for my bricks. The last time I did my my stash, my wax stash video, I had 2 drawers with bricks, 2 drawers with vendor, and a couple drawers to grow that were empty. And now it's full. And I've moved a couple bricks out. So I think I might do that video tomorrow just so you can see that it may sound like when I get 100 bars next month, you'll be like, whoa, she has a lot of wax. I really don't. And if I'm using 51 bars in a month, it evens itself out, I think. But I tend to want to do an entire bar at a time, so that I don't run into partial bars. It drives me crazy. I don't know. So maybe I'll do that video tomorrow so you guys can see that. And I hope that the melters mixers was fun, and definitely write those down, try them out if you have them. If you don't, like I said, write them down, save it for later, because I know I've done that and then I end up coming across these bars going, wait, I can try this mix. I have to try this mix because so-and-so suggested it. So yeah, thanks so much you guys for participating. Keep the ideas coming. If I don't have the bar, I will eventually come across that bar and I will try your mix because they are all in my notebook and someday I'm going to try them all. I really, truly am. So thanks you guys, and we'll see you soon.